Good evening, 1 minute to the top of the hour, and you're just right on time for the State of the Nation. This is the 13th day of August, the year 2024. Indeed, it's a day that we have more and much lined up for you. But first thing first, our top stories tonight.
Tonight, double tragedy. Mother and her 4 sons perishes in a deadly road accident along Nairobi-Nakuru highway. Tour of goodies. Ruto takes development tour to Kisii County, commissions construction of Cancer Excellence Center. Also tonight, I was told to call Ruto. Odinga says former President Uhuru Kenyatta convinced him to reach out to Ruto, insists Azimio is not working with Kenya Kwanza. And on our special coverage tonight, we highlight the plight of a Kenyan under the cruel hands of police officers.
This is KUTV Primetime News with Auma Evans.
Alright, John Opio is my co-pilot tonight, and remember you can view in and of course follow this broadcast on all of our social media platforms. We are coming to you live on YouTube at KUTV News Live. You can tweet us on X at KUTV_Kenya at Auma Evans. Remember to use the hashtag State of the Nation. So tonight we begin with the State of the Nation with rather some sad news. Now 5 people, a woman and her 4 sons, have lost their lives in a grisly road accident along Nairobi-Nakuru highway this morning. This is after their vehicle collided with a lorry that was headed towards Nairobi. The personal car was headed towards Nakuru and the driver is reported to have been overspeeding. The driver, Christopher Ambani, was rushed to St. Joseph Hospital where he is currently admitted. The 5 bodies have since been moved to Nakuru morgue for post-mortem examination. Right now, let's talk a bit of politics. President William Ruto made a grand entry to Kisii County today as he continued with his 3-day tour of Gusii region. Ruto commissioned the construction of Cancer Excellence Center in the region, among other goodies, as Ernest Karani now reports.
Accompanied by his deputy Rigathi Gachagua and a host of local leaders, including Kisii Governor Simba Arati, President William Ruto on his 2nd-day visit to the Kisii region broke ground for several infrastructural projects such as the tarmacking of Metembe-Ngenyi roads, launching of the Kisii Cancer Center, the Keroka Level 4 Hospital, and the Nyaribari housing project. Throughout his engagement with the public, Ruto reiterated his call for unity, even as he defended his broad-based government proposal.
Imefika wakati ambapo umoja wa nchi, maendeleo ya nchi ni muhimu kuliko mirengo, kuliko vyama, kuliko makabila, kuliko masehemu. Mimi nawauliza ndugu zangu watu wa Nyamira na watu wa Kisii, mnakubali tuungane ama mnataka tutengane?
However, the head of state lamented of difficulties the government faces in accumulating funds to be used in funding development projects in the country following the fall of the controversial Finance Bill 2024. On his part, the president defended his foreign trips, saying that they are intended to help the country secure funding to supplement Kenya's alleged inadequate revenue.
Serikali ya Kenya, tukiungana na serikali ya Kuwait, tumetoa bilioni 1.4 ya kutengeneza mashule, madarasa 183 hapa Nyamira.
Deputy President, on the other hand, applauded the implementation of a broad-based government approach in Kenya Kwanza government, attributing his smooth and victorious visit in Kisii to the good relationship that has been developed with Governor Arati.
Tumekuja na rais wetu kwa mambo ya maendeleo katika Nyamira, katika Kisii. Tumefanya makosa ama tumefanya vizuri? Na rais ako hapa kuanzia jana, leo na kesho. Kwa hivyo maendeleo hapa itanyesha kama mvua, si ndio? Kwa hivyo mimi nimekuja kusema watu ya Bagusi tuungane na rais wetu tusukume maendeleo ya Kenya.
Deputy Party Leader ODM and Kisii Governor Simba Arati claimed that despite his party members joining the government's cabinet, the party's position as the top opposition was undeterred and that come 2027 they would face each other in the ballot box.
Mheshimiwa Rais, umepewa wewe wakusanyaji ushuru ya kina Mbadi, ya kina nani, kabla hujashuka waambie shuka kwanza ndio ufuate wao, ama namna gani? Kwa hivyo serikali ambayo tumetengeneza hapa tuhakikishe kwamba tumeenda mbele, tutengeneze nchi yetu.
Ernest Karani, KUTV.
All right, thank you, Ernest Karani, for that. And ODM party leader Raila Odinga has shed light on former President Uhuru Kenyatta's role in facilitating a dialogue with President William Ruto to address the concerns of Gen Z amidst the recent protests. Speaking at the funeral of Mzee Chirchir Masit in Elgeyo Marakwet County, Odinga clarified that while Kenyatta initiated the discussion, there is no agreement to form a coalition government. Abdi Samad Mahamud with the details.
Speaking at the funeral of Mzee Chirchir Masit, father to former IEBC Commissioner Irene Masit, Odinga explained that Uhuru Kenyatta initiated discussions to address concerns raised by the Gen Zs during the country's recent anti-government demonstrations.
Wananchi wameudhika, ninaona hao sasa vijana wamejitokeza. Na vijana wakaniambia mimi, wewe baba, kaa nyumbani, usitoke, umefanya ya kutosha, wache sisi tuendelee. Sasa hawa vijana sio ndio wazimu, nataka hii maneno yatutuliwe. Hawa watu ambao wameweka pale yote hawajafanya kazi sawa sawa, ndio sababu hasira iko mingi namna hii. Na tena hawa askari yako wanatumia nguvu zaidi, wanapiga watu risasi, watu ambao hawana silaha.
Odinga said that when the country was in chaos, former President Uhuru Kenyatta reached out to him and asked him to engage President Ruto to find a solution for the issues faced by the Gen Zs. He clarified that his role was to simply facilitate the dialogue, not to form a coalition government.
Sasa ile nchi inachomeka, Uhuru ndiye alinipiga mimi simu. Uhuru akaniambia mimi, tafuta Bwana Ruto, ongea na yeye. Kenya ikichomeka hatakuwa na nchi nyingine. Mpaka hii tuzime hii moto, watu waketi chini waendelee waliwane. William ndiye akanitafuta. Na mimi nikaongea na yeye wazi kabisa. Mimi unajua mambo yangu, mimi sifichagi mambo. Nasema direct. Magazeti hawa wanaandika sijui nini, Raila na Ruto handshake. Hakuna handshake. Hakuna handshake.
At the same time, Kapsaret Member of Parliament Oscar Sudi has called for national unity while criticizing Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua for engaging in shareholder politics. Sudi stressed that Kenya is bigger than any individual and urged the abandonment of tribal politics. He also affirmed his loyalty to Raila Odinga, describing himself as a child of Baba, whose differences with Odinga arise only during election seasons.
Ishachaguliwa, wacha mambo ya ukabila. Na kuna mfano nimetoa mara mingi na nitarudia hapa. Unajua unapata viongozi wengine wanasema ati watu wetu, watu wangu. Tafadhali, ukishafika kiwango fulani, ongea kuhusu Kenya.
Nevertheless, Leaders from Elgeyo Marakwet pleaded with Raila to help facilitate the return of exiled former IEBC Commissioner Irene Masit, who fled because of fears over her safety following the dispute that arose over election results. Sudi added that Irene played her role during the last elections, and since the elections were in the past, she should return home. Abdul Samad Mahmoud, KUTV.
Now let's stay on that story for a bit. Orange Democratic Movement Party, ODM, has strongly come out rejecting the allegations of having joined the Kenya Kwanza government led by recently appointed ODM Deputy Party Leader and Kisii Governor Simba Arati. Theo Macharia reports on a day that the ODM members maintain that they only lended the government its members but are not in any way abandoning their opposition duties by joining the government.
President William Ruto's recent move of appointing a portion of his cabinet secretaries from the Orange Democratic Movement has continued to cause jitters among the opposition. In strong defense of the party's position, the recently appointed ODM Deputy Party Leader Simba Arati has maintained that ODM has not in any way joined the government. Arati made his sentiments amidst his tour with the president in the Kisii region.
Sasa hizi tumeunda serikali ya kila mtu. Hakuna mtu sasa ya kulalamika.
Mwisho nataka nikuuliza tafadhali. Wewe ukiwa UDA na sisi wana ODM, sisi hatujaingia kwa serikali.
And at the same time, the National Assembly's Minority Leader Robert Mbui on his part has lamented that the Kenya Kwanza government has for long been targeting to bring down the opposition, and this move of having a broad-based government might just be his best shot to win his current power game.
Ananunua bunge kama jugu karanga kwa soko. Walikuwa wachache, ikasemekana wao ndio wengi. Kwani si mukuona nyinyi? Na si wameenda. Lakini mimi nimekuja kusema hata wakienda, hata kama nitabaki peke yangu, nitabaki niongee sauti ya Wakenya. Nitatetea Wakenya na sitarudi nyuma.
Mbui expressed the fear of a repeat of what transpired after 2022 elections, where other members of parliament were absorbed into government. The leaders now intend to front Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka for 2027 presidency.
Na mimi naona kama this time mtashika yeye mkono. Na tuambie watu ya mlima namna gani? Hivyo. Kwa hivyo niite bwana Mbui akuje twende na yeye Limuru. Twende naye Githunguri. Kiambu. Kirinyaga. Nyandarua. Tuseme mtu ni nani? Sijasikia vizuri.
And as this unfolds, a cloud of confusion continues to mar Ruto's broad-based government proposal in the midst of his call to bring everyone on board in a bid to create a government with minimal critics. Opposition leaders collaborating with the government are now accused of striking selfish deals to benefit themselves.
Sababu imekuwa kila siku ni deals zinapigwa chini ya meza. Saa hii mkipiga deal chini ya meza, tukijua tunawaanika. Ndio hii Kenya tuisafishe. Ndio 2027 tuwaondoe. From 2027 freedom will come to Kenya.
Nevertheless, the leaders and legislators have commended the recent Gen Z's demos, terming them as timely in helping the president hear the cry for the electorate. Theo Macharia for KUTV News.
All right, away from politics for a bit, and now let's focus on matters environment. Kenya Wildlife Service has outrightly come out to dismiss any information surrounding the alleged mining taking place in one of Kenya's largest national parks, that is Tsavo East National Park. WKWS now claims that the images of alleged mining activities circulating on social medias are from Galana Kulalu Food Security Project. Roni Madenge reports.
Given the images of mining burrows that have made rounds on social media, some Kenyans are in frenzy. Kenya Wildlife Service, KWS, has today come out dismissing the alleged Tsavo East National Park mining accusations by the public. KWS, in its defense, claimed that the images were taken at the Galana Kulalu Food Security Project in Tana River County, adjacent to Savo East National Park, under management by the Agricultural Development Corporation, ADC.
Planting trees in the hospital.
In the statement released by KWS, the mentioned project is said to be spearheaded by the State Department of Irrigation, aimed at enhancing food security in Kenya through large-scale irrigation and sustainable farming practices, including the construction of canals for water flow.
Okay.
The notice also went on to restate KWS's commitment to the conservation and protection of Kenya's national parks and the wildlife heritage within Kenya's borders. However, the roads leading to Savo East National Park are reported to be heavily barricaded and under tight security and supervision, denying intruders access. Ronnie Madhenge, KUTV.
Kaunti maarufu kwa kuzalisha maziwa na ukuzaji wa majani chai. Pia, serikali ya kaunti inawahimiza wakulima kukumbatia mitindo mingine ya kilimo kuzidisha mapato.
Kama kuna kikundi moja inafanya biashara ya kuuza kuku, hao pia tumewafadhili kuwafunza jinsi ya kuhandle zile kuku kwa sababu wanaleta kwa wingi.
Haya yote tunakuletea katika Boresha Kilimo, toleo la kaunti ya Bomet.
Kilimo ni nguzo kubwa kwa ujenzi wa taifa.
I'm Associate Professor in the Institute of Philosophy of Jagiellonian University in Krakow, Poland, and I'm the main coordinator of the CAFE project, which is being here hosted by Kenyatta University.
My name is Ewa Hudoba. I am a project manager in this consortium. Keep watching cutting-edge research at Kenyatta University Television.
Are you an aspiring media practitioner, a graduate, or you just want to advance your skills in television production? Then welcome to Kenyatta University, where education meets innovation. KUTV, the premier university television station in Kenya, is now offering short courses in TV studio, field technical operations, and video editing. Through these courses, you will acquire hands-on skills on camera operations, media production, lighting techniques, audiovisual editing, and sound and visual control, and how to operate key equipment in modern TV control room. Enroll today at KUTV and discover your full potential in cutting-edge TV broadcasting. Graduates of these courses will receive professional certificates. For more information, visit our offices at KUTV Studios or call us on 020-870-4252 or 020-870-4255 or SMS us on 0739-110-544. KUTV, a new experience.
Lola is an app that gives you a chance to watch videos, listen to audios, and read articles wherever you are for free. Motivational stories, dramas, campus life, technology, lifestyle, adventure, sports, academics, jobs, entertainment, and more. Download Lola now on Play Store. All you need, you got Lola.
You are watching KUTV Primetime News with Auma Evans.
Welcome back. Now, Tana River and Lamu counties are preparing to sign a memorandum of understanding with other counties located rather along the Tana River basin. The agreement aims to protect their wetlands, which are heavily impacted by human activities in the upstream counties, causing frequent disasters. And as Collins Wekesa reports, this initiative is expected to save Tana River taxpayers nearly 500 million Kenya shillings.
Earlier today, Lamu and Tana River counties leaders met to sign a memorandum of understanding on suitable utilization of water running through River Tana and consolidate their position in addressing their grievances. They will later on meet with other 7 upstream counties to develop protocols on wise use of water to have safe water for their population and biodiversity.
So we have gathered here 2 counties, downstream counties, Tana River and Lamu, to consolidate our position on the grievances we have and some of the negative effects that are brought by unsustainable activities on River Tana that are happening on the upstream users.
The Tana River County Executive Committee member on Environment said that the county spends 4 to 10% on their budget to manage the effects of unsustainable practices by the upstream counties.
And case in point, for Tana River, annually we are spending between 4% to 10% of our annual budget to address those negative effects. And that is roughly around 260 million to 500 million. You see, so we thought we've had enough of this, and now we want to focus on a permanent solution.
Lamu Governor Isan Timami added that the government should compensate the Lamu and Tana River residents who are affected by the floods as a result of the unsustainable activities. Additionally, he called on KenGen to restore the Tana River and Lamu counties as part of the community's social responsibility.
I think it is high time that the national government start looking at ways of compensating especially Tana River and Lamu counties for damages caused by floods.
This memorandum of understanding is a key step in seeking a sustainable protocol in proper utilization of the 9 counties bordering Tana River to achieve a sustainable climate, biodiversity, and human survival. Brian Tobiko, KUTV.
Now, Kenyatta University enhances access to information about universities. Fund for 2023 KCSE students. Funds offers scholarship of up to 70% based on financial need. Deadline for application extended to Thursday, August 15th, 2024. For more information on how to apply, visit application.ku.ac.ke or visit www.hef.co.ke.
Kenyatta University has enhanced access to information about the university's fund for new students who completed the KCSE in 2023. This fund offers scholarships of up to 70% based on financial need. The support is geared towards assisting students in joining Kenyatta University for the 2024-2025 academic year and beyond. The deadline for applications for higher education funding for undergraduate and technical and vocational education and training TVET students has been extended to Thursday, August 15th, 2024. To ensure efficient service delivery, Kenyatta University has opened support offices in all the satellite campuses that include Kenyatta University Main Campus, Nairobi City Campus, Mombasa Campus, Parklands Campus, Kitui Campus, and Nakuru Campus. To unlock your future, enroll now for the postgraduate, undergraduate, diploma and certificate programs offered in the following modes: self-sponsored programs, virtual and open learning, continuing education program, and TVET. The new higher education funding model is being implemented collaboratively by several key entities, including the Universities Fund, Higher Education Loans Board, HELB, Kenya Universities and Colleges Central Placement Service, KUCCPS, and the State Department for Technical and Vocational Education and Training. For more information on how to apply for the higher education financing, visit our website on applications.ku.ac.ke or www.hef.co.ke.
And now, following the wave of anti-government protests witnessed in the country that left a number of journalists victims to police brutality, tonight we tell the story of Kelvin Odhiambo, a freelance photojournalist who says he was abducted by the police while filming the recent streets protests, taken to a unknown location where he also says he was interrogated in the most inhumane condition. Kevin was, however, released, and he now tells the tales of agony, physical assault, and sexual harassment while in police detention.
Over a month ago, Kenya was processed through the two sides of history. Peaceful demonstrations surged to the unprecedented, while on the parallel, the police meted out force never seen before in a bid to quell protests, which had stemmed from the resentment against the contentious finance bill of 2024. In the thick of it all was Kelvin Odhiambo, a freelance photojournalist who was abducted by police in the line of duty while capturing what many call the most incriminating images of the police enforcing law. His disappearance made rounds on social media, among tens of others also reported missing at the time. However, Kevin has since been released, and today he tells us his story. Our journey in search for Kelvin Odhiambo starts right here at KUTV offices. Now, he's told us he's somewhere around the Nairobi CBD, and that's where we are going to find him. Come with us. Kelvin's ordeal with the police has instilled a level of fear in him. Even while he walks in town, he looks a disturbed man. He says his boldness almost cost him his life. When the police saw him capture the live shooting of protesters, they put him on their target list.
The other protesters, and as I'm documenting at the same time, it came to a point I felt I'm not in a safe spot with the police, because one asked me, which media are you working with? He could see I have a press jacket, so I just shoved him and continued filming.
And then he got arrested.
So as I was leaving, heading home, I got arrested by police officers. They were men in blue. They arrested me. They did not have a badge number, so I could not identify who they are.
Alone in the hands of the police, it got rough and physical.
When I was exchanged from the police truck to the white pro box, it was rough, it was physical, because they manhandled me.
Kevin says the police sexually harassed him as they interrogated him.
The two men had sandwiched me, wakaanza kuniharas, the sexual assault. I was pressed in between my groins and being asked questions that I don't even have answers as we are proceeding out of CBD.
He says they drove him to a rough road, although he was blindfolded and not able to clearly tell where they were.
We drove like almost 31 hours. I could feel we were off-road. I could feel because the ride was bumpy and it wasn't that smooth. It was just bumpy. And it was getting quiet. Then I knew probably I'm being taken out of CBD.
After the driving, they got into a room.
Mimi vile nilipelekwa in the room, I was in a different space. I couldn't tell if we were in the same room or in a different room, but I could tell there's someone else there. My hands were tied at my back and I've been blindfolded at the same time.
Here, he was interrogated violently and indecently, the police wanting to know, among other things, who had sent Kevin and who was behind the protests.
So, nikiwa nimekalishwa chini, this man alinisimamisha. I was like, nilikuwa nimechokiwa on the wall and he was really pressing hard on my groins, insisting for me to talk and give them information of who is funding the protest, why am I filming, and what is the intended purpose for me having these footages.
Kevin had only one answer, that he had no idea, an answer that didn't sit well with his captors.
I begged him and I told him, I don't know who's doing this, because if you can see in the news, everyone is saying it has no leader. For me, I'm just here documenting what needs to be documented. And he felt as if I'm not cooperating. The assault continued and he began getting physical with me. So he felt like there isn't much to do with me. Akaniwachilia, nikaekwa kwa floor. I can remember up to this date, the floor was so cold, man. Very cold.
Left on the cold floor, for the first time, the idea of his death crossed his mind.
In this room, I knew for sure I'm going to die. And if I manage to leave this place, maybe by miracle, because I'm helpless, nimechapwa, I am weak, I've been assaulted already.
Fortunately, and by the grace of God, Kevin survived. After long hours of cold and hunger, Kevin was released, but not just released, but dumped along Wayakiwe by his oppressors. Up to date, Kevin has never known whom his interrogators are, nor seen their faces. What he carried away was lifelong psychological trauma, and his life having changed for good.
Mnene for a fact. What I went through, no human deserves to go through it.
KUTV.
All right, you're taking yet another very short break here on the State of the Nation. When we come back, it's all about motorsports. See you on the other side.
From the hospital corridors, we bring you experts to discuss issues affecting your health, from diet to mental health. The familiar and the ignored are both put into perspective. We then dive into the environment and look at the effects of climate change and its solutions. Join me, Mutegi K. Martin, every Friday at 9 p.m. as we learn on how to better our health while taking care of our environment. Only on KUTV.
Maelfu na maelfu ya wahamiaji wakiwa na watoto kutoka nchi za Amerika ya Kati wanaendelea kuwasili kwenye mpaka kati ya Marekani na Mexico.
Folks, I'm going. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Ni habari kutoka pembe zote duniani.
Pepo pasi vuguvugu. Pepo pa ni idea.
Tazidi ananyonya, hanyonyi vizuri, anakuwa hayuko comfortable.
Jeshi la Jamhuri ya Kidemokrasia ya Kongo linapambana na waasi wa ADF.
Kwa sasa wanatoa wito kwa mashirika, makampuni na vile vituo vya uchukuzi.
Mambo mengi yatakwenda kama yalivyopangwa.
Hapa ni kuna mmoja wa viongozi wa chama cha wavuvi katika eneo hili.
Zaidi tunajaribu kuwapa chanjo ili ina boost ama inanyanyua kinga ya mwili, hiyo inaenda kupelekea kupambana na virusi.
Ni duniani leo, Jumatatu mpaka Ijumaa, moja kwa moja kutoka VOA Swahili, Washington DC.
where you are empowered to take charge of your health, where you are well informed about the latest advancements in healthcare and understand the policies that impact your well-being. Get ready to take charge of matters of your health as we bring you a blend of weekly health features that engage professionals from across various medical fields.
When do you decide as a patient, do I need to go see the doctor? We are at a stage where we are seeing all this manner of chronic illnesses and we wait until we get a disease and then is when we go ahead.
From the most mundane to the complexities that perhaps seem overwhelming, we got you covered.
In terms of the factors that might be attributed, there are hereditary factors that could be, that means it could be genetic, so that's one factor. But there are other factors as well, like nutritional deficiencies. So some vitamins, such as folate, have been identified to be a factor in those. So
our mission is to break down intricate health topics into understandable and actionable insights. Join me, Yvonne Kimuma, every Wednesday 9 p.m. on KUTV's News at 9, where your health is our priority.
Are you healthy, or rather, do you maintain a healthy lifestyle? According to WHO, health is regarded as a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease. Welcome to Focus on Health, a show on all matters health, wellness, and lifestyle. On this show, we cover a wide variety of topics inclusive of, but not limited to, dental, optical, mental, reproductive health, and so much more. Join me, Joy Bofenda, every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. on KUTV for compelling insights and discussions on all matters health. See you then.
Focus on Health, your weekly dose of health and wealth information on KUTV.
Let's talk matters sports. The Dallas Sevens tournament fixture has been released ahead of the eagerly awaited showdown set for this weekend. Meanwhile, Team Kenya has commenced training in France for the 2024 Paralympics scheduled for 28th of August to 8th of September. Listen in.
Kenya Rugby Union has released fixtures for the Dallas Sevens tournament slated for this weekend at the Jomo Kenyatta International Stadium in Kisumu. Kenya Harlequins will play alongside Menengai Oilers, Strathmore Leos, and Mwamba RFC in Pool A with KCB RC, Nondescript RFC, KU Blackbird and Homeboys RFC battling it out in Pool B, while Pool C will see Cabras RFC play alongside Moost, Stallions, and Kisumu. Nakuru RFC, Catholic Monks, Daystar Falcons, and Zitek Oaks will compete in Pool D at the Division 1 category. KCB will host the Kenya Society for the Blind Golf Tournament slated for the 16th August at the Limuru Golf Course with the aim of raising funds to support education for the blind and individuals with visual impairment. This year's event has attracted over 100 top amateur golfers who will battle it out for the top honors. In athletics, Team Kenya has pitched camp in France for the preparations of the upcoming Paralympic Games, slated for the 28th August to the 8th of September. Kenya is represented by a team of 14 athletes and 7 technical officials, aiming to produce the best result possible in the Games. For KUTV Sports, I'm Sam Metiaki.
All right, now Phil Foden, Erling Haaland, and Rodri are among the players nominated for this year's PFA Awards scheduled to be held on 20th of August at the Manchester Opera House. In the Best Young Players category, Arsenal's Bukayo Saka and Manchester United's Alejandro Garnacho leads the list, which also include Kobe Mainoo, Michael Olise, Joao Pedro, and Chelsea's Cole Palmer. That's a wrap. Many thanks for the men and women behind the scene and all those who made this production a success, without forgetting you, our esteemed viewers, for always keeping us a company. My good name is Auma Evans. John Opio has been our sign language interpreter tonight. Until next time, do have a lovely night and God bless Kenya.